Good morning, afternoon, or evening, really whenever you are watching this. Today I wanted to do a short hip opening flow to connect us into our bodies. I know right now is a very stressful time, individually and collectively, for the Jewish people. It is a very difficult time in our history and in our existence, but we will persevere, God willing. And I wanted to take a moment to connect to Parsha Terumah, which we actually read last week at this point, but I am playing a little bit of catch up. This Parsha in particular really spoke to me. I found something so beautiful online, which I will link in the comments, explaining how the tabernacle represents the human body and the world and how it's all connected. And of course, as a yoga teacher, I really connected to that. So to not take up too much of your time, I will link it in the comments, but I do want to read a little bit of what was said before we get into our practice. So God said to Moshe, "Make the sanctuary like the world is made. Interpret what you see, and so make the tabernacle." And so the author says the tabernacle resembles the world and the human body. In the tabernacle, planks are fixed into the sockets. In the body, ribs are fixed into vertebrae. In the world, mountains are fixed into the land. In the tabernacle, planks are covered in gold. In the body, ribs are clothed in flesh. In the world, mountains are covered in earth. In the tabernacle, we have fire, air, and water. In the body, there is fire in the head, air in the heart, and water in the belly. So we'll go ahead and get started. Coming into a tall seat. Letting out an audible sigh. Notice how you are breathing, the rise and fall of breath. See if you can make equal inhalations, perhaps for a count of 5, and exhalations for that same count of 5. We'll float the eyes open. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, twist to one side, bringing one hand to the knee and the other hand behind you to lengthen through the spine. Inhale, rising up through center. And exhale, twisting other side. Inhale, rising up. Bring one arm down, the other arm over. And rising over to the other side. And moving with your breath, we'll just start to flow side to side at your pace. The next time you come over to the first side, pause there. If it feels good, you might take that top hand behind the head. Lean the head ever so slightly into the hand. And rise over to the other side. Lean the head ever so slightly into that top hand. And rising up through center, take an inhale. inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to the shoulders. We're gonna cultivate a little bit of heat, a little bit of fire. So we'll inhale, twist to one side, exhale to the other. Going at your pace, you could inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, so it will sound like this. Keep going. As you do this, you'll feel the spine start to warm up. You'll feel a little activity in the belly. So connecting to this physical structure. And then take a big breath, come into stillness. And as you exhale, just let the palms face up. Take a moment, notice the energy in the body. And bring the palms flat down on the knees. We'll inhale, draw the heart forward as we bring the elbows back. You can lean forward quite a bit. And then exhale, bring the arms straight and forward as you round back. Inhale, come forward with the body. Exhale, round back. Keep moving through this. There's really no wrong way to do this. Just moving forward and back. Starting to tap in again to the spine. If we spend a lot of time sitting or a lot of time just not moving and stretching our bodies, this can be quite necessary, quite nice. Okay, from here we're gonna come back into stillness. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, just fold down. And don't worry, if you're really high up, that's okay. Breathe into your hips, breathe into your back. Meet yourself where you are today. Rolling up. Let's go to the other side. So just bring the other leg in front. We'll inhale, lift up, and exhale, folding down. Rolling up through the spine. Bring the feet together, the knees open. Holding on to either the soles of the feet or the ankles. We'll sit tall. Draw the elbows towards the inner thighs. Find length from tail to head and breathe. And coming up from here, draw the legs together. Come over to all fours. Palms under shoulders and knees under hips. Take an inhale as you exhale, round the back. And inhale, let the belly mount. Exhale, round the back. And let the belly mount. One more, round the back. Come into a neutral spine. Extend the right leg long behind you at hip height and just start to point and flex the foot. Speaking of things being connected to one another, our feet are very much connected to our hips. So whenever we're going to work the hips, we also want to warm up the feet. Circle that ankle in one direction, and then circle it to the other direction. And then carry your right leg out to the side. I'm just gonna adjust so you can see me. We're gonna come all the way up to standing on the knee. Right arm is gonna come down the right leg. Left arm is gonna reach up and take a side stretch up and over. And left hand will come down. Right leg, right arm, lifting up. A little side plank variation. Bring right foot down. Right arm, down the leg, left arm reaches over, and left hand down, right arm, right leg lifts. Let's do that one more time. Bring it over, and coming into that side plank, lower the palm, lower the knee. Let's do the other side. Extend left leg long. Start to point and flex the foot. And circle that ankle in one direction. And circle it in the other direction. Carry it out to the left. Rising up to standing on the knee. Left arm down, left leg, right arm reaches over, feeling this lovely side stretch. And then right hand down, left arm, left leg, lifting up. And bring it down, side stretch over. And coming into a little side plank. One more side stretch over. And coming into a little side plank. Lower the palm, lower the knee. Bring your big toes together, your knees wide. Melt the hips to the heels for a wide leg child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the earth. Walk the hands to the right, stretch through that left side body. Even let the hips sway a bit to the left. Walk the hands to the left, stretch through the right side body. Walk the hands through center, rising up to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Pedal the feet, shake the head, yes or no, walk it out. Maybe pause in stillness. And you'll notice here my heels are not touching the ground. It's early in the morning, I'm not warmed up, and even when I am, my heels often don't touch the ground. So I'd rather you think about lifting the hips high, stretching through the soles of the feet, not just down, but also back. Let's lower the knees towards the earth, come to child's pose. Rise back up to all fours, lift back, down dog. At your pace, you're going to lower the knees towards the earth, come back to child's pose. Rise up all fours, back to downward dog. Let's keep going through this. Draw the knees down, child's pose. Lifting up all fours, down dog. Alternatively, if down dog is not available to you today, you could also take cat-cow. Letting the belly melt and rounding the back like we did in our warm-up. The next time you come into down dog, we're gonna pause and meet there. Walk the feet up to the hands, come into a forward fold. You can have as much of a knee bend here as you'd like. Bring the fingertips to the shins or thighs, halfway lift. Release and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Release and fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step the left leg long behind you. Lower the knee, untuck the toes. Pause here. Let the hips melt down. Stay in touch with your breathing. That even breath. Bring the hands to the right thigh. Give just a slight little press down into the thigh. Relax the toes. Notice if you hold tension in the feet. Relax the face. Right hand to right hip. Left arm reaches over, side stretch. Left hand down, right arm peels open. Finding this broadness through the chest as we twist. Right hand down, tuck the back toes. We're gonna step to downward facing dog. Draw the knees towards the earth, child's pose. Rising up all fours, downward facing dog. Look to the hands, walk the feet up to the hands to fold. Step the right leg long behind you, lower the right knee. Pause here for a moment. And bring the hands to that left thigh. Gently press into the thigh. Left hand, left hip, right arm reaches over. And right palm down, left arm open. Try not to let this right shoulder, this bottom shoulder cave in. Keep the chest nice and broad. Bring the left hand down, tuck the toes, step back, downward dog. Draw the knees towards the earth, child's pose. Rising up all fours, downward dog. Let's stay in downward dog. Let's lift our right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot between the hands. Help it up if it doesn't quite get there, it's okay. Lower the left knee, untuck the toes. Hands can come to the thigh again or reach up, low lunge. Spread through those feet. You could bring right hand to the hip or bring your palms together to touch and side bend over to the right. Left hand down, right arm open. Stay here, or if it feels good and is available to you, you might take hold of the back foot, gently drawing the heel in towards you. If that bugs your hip or knee, don't take it. Release the back leg. Bring your right hand to the inside, the big toe side of the right foot. You can heel toe the right foot out a little bit, so it'll look like this. And we're pausing in our lizard pose. Breathe. Peel the right arm open again, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, downward dog. Draw the knees towards the earth, child's pose. Rising up to all fours, lift back, down dog. Lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Reaching up, or hands come to the thigh once again. You could bring left hand to the hip or bring the hands together. Side bend over to the left. Rising up, right hand down, left arm open. Left hand to the inside of that left foot. Just kidding, peel your left arm open. If you want to take that foot behind you, go ahead. Sorry about that, didn't want to cheat you out of that. Now release, bring the hands to the inside of that left foot. If you'd like, heel toe that left foot out. Pause in lizard pose. Walk the palms up, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, downward dog. Draw the knees towards the earth, child's pose. Rising up to all fours, lift back, down dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming to the back of your mat. Heels face slightly in, toes slightly out. Everyone will be different here. You might just be doing a little knee bend and straighten, or some of us will come into Malasana, squat pose. Let the tailbone drape, and then lift the hips up. Drawing the hips down, maybe lift the heart, and lifting the hips up. One more, drawing down. Pause here and breathe. And lifting the hips up. Step the feet a little closer together. Just coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. And then walking out to a high plank, the only one today. Lower the knees, come all the way down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, draw the elbows back, the shoulders back. Lift through to your cobra. And lower down. Pressing up to all fours. And swing the legs out in front of you. Just a brief practice today. We'll reach our right leg out to the right, bring the left foot in towards us. Bring the hands forward, sit nice and tall, and just walk forward without rounding or reaching for the ground. Just lengthen from tail to head and breathe. And fold down, relax, round the back. Rolling up from here, extend the left leg long, bring the right foot in. Sit nice and tall and start to walk forward. Pause here and breathe. And fold down, relax. Rolling up through the spine, extend both legs out in front of us. We're going to come all the way down onto the back. And when we arrive, draw the left knee into the chest, pause there. And bring that leg across the body. Maybe turn the gaze in the other direction from the top leg, taking a twist. And come back through center, extend that leg long, hug the other knee in towards you, take a moment there. And bring that leg across the body, maybe turn the gaze. come back through center. Extend the legs long. Let the feet fall open, arms fall open. I invite you to take an inhale, curl your toes, make a fist with your hands, scrunch your shoulders, your face. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, tensing everything up. Notice what that feels like. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhale, tensing up. And exhale, release. Eyes grow heavy. Relaxing from the toes to the top of the head. Noticing without attaching. Letting the elements nourish you throughout and around you. Take all the time you need here to indulge in this much needed rest. When you feel ready, invite little movement. Wiggle the fingers, toes, turn the head side to side. Find your way to one side, curling up, pausing there. Letting the belly be like water, just falling, relaxed here. Rising up through center, coming into a seat with the eyes at a soft close. You can bring both hands over the heart. Breathing into the heart space, cultivating that air and fire, cultivating a sense of connection. When you feel ready to leave this mindful meditation and go on with your day, please do so. Have a beautiful day.